When people say Avengers Endgame is the most ambitious crossover in cinematic history, and perhaps even history in general, I laugh in their face, because unlike others, I know the truth. The most ambitious crossover in history itself would have to be the Great Josh Fight of 2021. Before I continue, if you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing, and if you don't want to, then just watch the rest of the video, and then maybe make your judgment. I don't know about you, but I'd love me if I wasn't myself. Anyways, yeah, let's just continue with the video. Now, despite the fact that this is a fight, quote unquote, this is actually one of the most wholesome things I've seen in a while. And frankly, it's what people need to see in these fucking trash-ass times. I mean, seriously, I haven't seen sunlight in so fucking long, I'm about to become a fucking vampire. Next thing you know, I'm gonna build my house like a couple hundred stories and make my own Transylvania in suburban America. Yeehaw. In any case, this miracle was the love child, the brainchild even, of a man named Josh Swain, who, on Facebook, which, that's a name I thought I'd never hear again, Facebook, actually being used for something interesting, besides stealing your data. Thank you, Lizard Man. But yeah, this Josh Swain guy made a group chat of all the people on Facebook he could find that were named, you guessed it, Josh. So yeah, if you couldn't tell from this image right here, I was not bullshitting you. We've got Josh, oh, and Josh, oh, and we've got Josh as well. So yeah, there are Joshes in this group chat, believe it or not. And let's see what they have to say, at least some of them. So the head honcho of this SEAL Team 6 style operation, John Swain, is the first to talk. He says, "You're probably wondering why I've gathered you all here today. Some minion Josh, a lower grunt in the Josh Operation Force, whatever it's called, the organization." He says, "Because we all share the same names?" Supreme Leader Josh Swain replies, "Precisely. 4/24/2021. 12 p.m., which he didn't account for all the other time zones, so this is quite the intelligent leader, quite the master organizer. Meet at these coordinates. I'm not gonna fucking read them out loud. I think you guys have eyeballs. And if you don't, well, I'm sorry. Just buy them on the black market. We fight. Whoever wins gets to keep the name. Everyone else has to change their name. You have a year to prepare. Good luck." And yes, this actually was messaged a year ago from the date that happened yesterday, on April 24th, 2021. Incredible how math works, right? I mean, it just boggles my fucking mind sometimes. I'm kind of a genius myself, so yeah, pretty good at this stuff. In any case, the events that took place yesterday were cataclysmic. On a wholesome scale. As I said, the event was really wholesome, massively wholesome. So let's talk about the events that actually happened and how they were wholesome. So first off, hundreds upon hundreds of people actually showed up, and believe it or not, a lot of them were actually named Josh. I saw some girls there. I don't know if they were named Josh, possibly Joshette. You know, it's 2021. Maybe they are named Josh and they're just a straight up girl. And God bless America, God bless free choice and naming your girl male names. I'm gonna get in trouble for that one, I think, but who gives a fuck? So yeah, a massive World War Z-sized horde of people appeared, climbing over the fucking hills, you know, appearing at the fight. They wanted to see what happened, and frankly, if I could, I'd go as well. All these people went to a place called Air Park in Nebraska, which, good for Nebraska, finally getting some recognition. It's one of those states like Wyoming, which, you know, doesn't really fucking exist until something interesting happens there. But yeah, people from across the US came dressed in costumes, you know. I bet you Luke Skywalker was there doing force backflips and crap. It was pretty cool to look at, actually. It looks like Halloween happening in the spring, so pretty neat. And the greatest part about this whole Josh Fight event was that it was actually being done for charity. Yeah, that's right. The gathering of Joshes actually caused a $8,000 check to go to Children's Hospital and Medical Center in Omaha. So that's awesome. That makes this event even better than it already was. This is actually a helpful meme. I mean, holy crap, who would have thought? Throughout this spectacular event that Disneyland could only hope to replicate in one of their own shows, there were 3 fights, quote unquote. No one actually was injured, I think. Maybe they were hurt mentally and emotionally because there were losers. The first one was a game of rock, paper, scissors for everyone who was named Josh Swain, which the actual Josh Swain, the first guy who organized this whole thing, actually won. Now, I speculate that he might have rigged it for him to win. After all, he did organize it, but that's a theory. A Josh theory. The second fight consisted of a pool noodle battle, much like a giant Jedi versus Sith fight. It was pretty epic. Many lives were lost, many casualties. Many Joshes had to say goodbye to their loved ones as they laid their lives down on the battlefield. And then there was a third fight, which was also a pool noodle battle, except people who were not named Josh could also participate. So, I'm glad to see that they weren't reserving the entire event for people named Josh only. That'd be kind of, I guess, Joshist. I don't know what the correct term would be. Possibly that. I don't know. I mean, if that was the case, I would only hope they're joshing around. That's the worst thing I've ever said in my fucking life. As the initial message stated, though, there could only be one true Josh to rule them all. And that came in the form of a little boy, a little Josh, who won and was given a Burger King crown to showcase his victory, his dominion over the name of Josh. Godspeed, my man. Godspeed. What I liked the most about giving the kid that victory, though, was that he actually suffered from seizures when he was young. So stuff like this can really go a long way to changing a person's life, and I think this kid's really going to remember this. This is really special. And I'm really glad that all these Joshes were so chill. For a name so common, you'd think some of the people would be bad. After all, it's a widespread name, but all the people there were great. And honestly, I wish there were more things like this. All I can say, though, is that I'm glad that this happened. And I'm glad to talk about it, because it's great. I'm really happy to see this stuff happen. But yeah, that'll do it for the recount of what is now a historic battle in American history. We will never forget this day. It will be a national holiday, maybe even a recurring thing. People named Josh will go to that site and continue the battle, continue the pool noodle lightsaber duels, and perhaps raise money for more charities next year. Can't say for sure though, but hey, we'll see what happens. At this point, if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. Also follow my socials in the description down below, especially my Twitch, which I like to stream on. Haven't been doing that recently, but I'll try to get back into it. When I do go live, you'll be the first to know if you follow. Thank you very much. This has been your boy JRass, wishing that I myself was named Josh. Signing off. Peace.